If you look at the U.S. China relationship, rather than seeing it as a new Cold War, we should see it as what I've called a cooperative rivalry. There are going to be elements of rivalry, take for example issues like the South China Sea, but there are going to be areas of cooperation, take areas like climate change. And we have to learn to realize that the relationship is going to be complex. But if we lose sight of the cooperative part of the relationship, we're all going to be the worse off for it. I think the important point is to educate the public to the fact that yes, we'll have areas of rivalry and competition, but we'll also have areas where neither of us can accomplish what we want without cooperation. For example, governance in the area of cyber relations are going to be important. It's interesting that Xi Jinping and Obama had begun to make progress in this with their meeting in 2015. Now it seems to have fallen by the wayside, but at some stage we're going to have to get rules of the road for cyber. The reason I don't think there's going to be another Cold War is if you look back on the U.S.-Soviet Cold War, there was almost no trade and there was almost no contact among peoples. And whereas if you look at the U.S. and China today, not only is there massive trade, which is partly a source of contention, but the massive exchanges of people, that entanglement, the social entanglement of the countries makes it more difficult to isolate and demonize the other country and set some limits on the amount of conflict that grows out of the rivalry. In the long run, the U.S. and China do not present existential threats to each other. Neither of us is trying to destroy the other. And that means that the rivalry is something we can manage. It doesn't lead to the kinds of fears that we had in the 1930s about Hitler and Hitler's Nazism, or the fears we had in the 1950s about Stalin and Stalin's communism. So whatever one thinks about the differences in our two social systems, and they are different, it's quite possible for us to have rules of the road that let us live and let live, and to also to cooperate.